I used to be one of those like New Year's resolution people. Like every fucking year, I had a whole end of year wrap up analysis, 7 different colors of pen, fucking tabs, charts, the whole fucking nine, right? Like I had a whole thing. It was obsessive. Was I trying to manage my trauma with a planner? Absolutely. But like even after I started to realize how in service of capitalism and white supremacy my like planner shit really was, I still did sort of like wrap ups and intention setting for the new year. And these last 2 years especially have been super fucking hard for me to do. And I think it's pretty obvious like why this has been hard for me. Obviously by this time last year, we knew who the president of the United States was going to be, and needless to say that was a real fucking bummer. So it was hard to make plans and assert goals. This year, he's been the president for a whole year, and what do you know, it's an even worse fucking bummer. So that is obviously putting a wrench in my goal setting process. But the other thing, which sort of started before the end of last year. Sorry, I had to stop the dog from eating my fucking book. Anyway, the thing that's kind of unexpected that started happening last year before we knew who the president was going to be is I have actually achieved literally every goal I ever had. Um, what does that mean, right? Because I had other goals that I haven't achieved, right? Haven't owned a red Corvette, never had an orgy in a Las Vegas hotel room. Last orgy I had was in Long Beach. Uh, that's only like technically true. Anyway, there's like dreams that I had when I was a kid, like wild rock star shit that I obviously haven't done. Most of which I wouldn't want to do now because it's entirely impractical, right? Like, I'm not gonna pull into the middle school parking lot in my smoking hot red Corvette and spray gravel in Caitlin Silhan's face. And I'm okay with that. That ship has sailed. But, like, in terms of like real goals, professional goals, personal goals, the type of life I want to lead, the type of way I want to feel about that life, the people I'm surrounded by, like all of that is achieved. And I'm not that old. I am only 40. Like, you could probably suggest that because I grew up, a neglected, abused child on and off in poverty, trying to survive in America, um, my dreams might be kind of small compared to what my current opportunities are. And people have said that to me, but that really doesn't change the fact that I now live in a world where all of my major goals have been achieved. I have the business I want. I have the life I want. I have the time with my family that I want. I have the time for hobbies that I want, friend group I want, partner, etc. Like a lot of my shit is solved. So then, what is there to set goals about in a world where essentially I have everything I've ever wanted? But there's the rub, right? Because I'm not necessarily happy. I'm not saying this to be like nanner nanner. I'm, perfectly fulfilled. No, there's obviously things that I want to do or things that I want to, grow into. I definitely want my business to be bigger than it is. And I wanted that last year when it was, that was my second best year ever. This year, obviously, way different. You've heard me talk about it. We are having one of the worst years we've had since 2020, which is really saying something as an established business because we were a brand new business in 2020. But when I look at what is keeping me, or what I feel is keeping me from having even more of the life that I want. These are things that I cannot actually change, right? This is the president of the United States, I think, illegally defunding an entire nonprofit industry so that he can be even more racist, sexist, xenophobic, and harmful than he was last time around, right? This is like a lot of what was stopping me last year was my own chronic illness, which was very bad. So this is me not being able to do the things I want to do because I have to spend time treating my chronic illness. Or I have to spend money and energy managing my pain, right? Like this year, my chronic illness is not as bad thanks to a really important surgery I had in June. But, sorry, I'm cutting onions and they are strong. Y'all ever feel like the little onions are the whoppers? The ones that really fuck you up? Because this fucker is little and it's angry. Anyway, so what do you do, long story short, what do you do when you have exactly the life you want and the problem isn't you having a skills deficit, and the problem isn't you not knowing how to set goals or stick to them or work hard or be tenacious or any of that shit. It's not even you having fucking lingering mental illness anymore, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm cured, but like I'm working on a lot of my shit and doing a pretty good job of it. What do you do then when goal setting is not like, it's not like I want to go to the gym more. It's like I don't want to be in debilitating pain every day, but I can't control that necessarily, although I guess you could say that I somewhat can because that surgery I had earlier this year has really helped, right? Like, is that it? But like the fact that I got to have that surgery kind of has nothing to do with me. Like, yeah, I kept pushing forward and I got the referrals I needed, but like my healthcare is as volatile as any American's, right? Like that could have been absolutely destroyed for me. And instead, the thing that was destroyed in my life this year is my business, which if I have to choose my health over my business, I'm going to choose my health every day. But, you know, obviously I'm not meeting any of my business goals this year is what I'm saying. And I don't feel like it's fair to set business goals for next year because what would they be? Like, right? Like my goals as far as I can think of are just like try to find work. That's that's what's in my control, right? Like I'm not going to set a goal that has an outcome that I can't control because that's a one-way ticket to failure town. But I also have no control over the majority of things that are going on, right? Like the things I can control, I've learned how to manage really well. And beyond that, what is there? What does goal setting look like when that's what's going on with me? You know what I mean? I don't know. This really sounds like some fucking champagne problems, right? Like I'm the happiest I've ever been, except I'm not. Right? But tell me, you tell me. Like I think are there other goals I'd like to achieve? Yeah. Would I like to have a more secure financial situation? Yeah. But like the truth is that up until this year I was in the most secure financial situation I'd ever been in. Um and it was my health that was fucking with me. Now, my health is better, but my financial situation is precarious. I mean more precarious than it's been in a long time. Definitely not as precarious as it was when I was growing up, right? Like it would be hard to top that. But I don't know, goal setting people who are also anti-capitalists and trying to decolonize, what do you do? Do you just don't do that thing anymore? That's what I did last year. I don't think it really helped me that much. I felt like there was something missing. So anyway, if you've been watching thus far, thank you for your time investment in my ramblings. See you later.